Hello everyone, how are you doing? Today we're doing an unboxing of a used Retron 3. A Retron 3, for those who don't know, is a retro console that can play NES, SNES, and Genesis games. I only got one with one card controller, as you see later. As you can see on the box, which I'll show later with actual console, it has two controllers on each side of the console, as demonstrated here with two NES ports. I think that's what they are here. Yeah, they are. Two SNES ports, as seen over here, and two Genesis ports on the other side. The new one comes with two controllers, and they're wireless, as you can see from the symbol here, which is pretty neat. However, the store didn't recommend them, etc. There's 6 controller ports, as I mentioned before, S-Video or composite AV, and 2 wireless controllers that come with the thing, as I mentioned before. Bluetooth. Let's see what the rest of the box says. Probably shouldn't even open it on this side. Yeah, it says more of the same stuff on this side. Really cool. I like the font. Really techno. Reminds you of the 90s. Again, they remind you of the same thing. 2 ports, I think they mean for the controllers. Wireless controllers. AC adapter. It was missing a controller, but it did come with extra AV, which I'll show you later. This font is really small. I can't really see on this thing. I'll go look at the other thing. I'll read the back of the box if you can't read it. Tap into the joy of your childhood with the Retron 3 gaming system, capable of playing Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo cartridges. The Retron 3 is the only system you need to play thousands of classic games. I got a lot of the same stuff. Warning, only one cartridge. Oh, this is really dark. I'll read it for you. Warning, only one cartridge can be played at one time. Do not rapidly switch among systems. Do not place the SNES cartridge backwards. Handle with care. Do not use both S-Video and AV at the same time. It could be a possible overload thing or something. I can actually read the Spanish, so let me see what can translate for you. Regrese, alegre. Alegre is joy. Regress is like go back, I guess. A game system of Retron 3. Capable of playing Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo. The Retron 3 is a one-of-a-kind system that you need to play thousands of classic games. 2 ports for each platform. S-Video and entrance of AV composite. Capable of regular original Nintendo, Sega Genesis, or Super Nintendo. Includes regular of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know that word. Batteries not included. Here's the French here. I don't know if you can read it. System of Retron 3. Capable of a Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. Retron 3 system. Thousands of game classics. 2 ports for each platform, S-Video, and opening audio-visual components. Compatible AV, something controllers, original of Nintendo, Genesis, and Super Nintendo. The warning should be pretty much the same. How to read. So let's get to opening this thing. Let me see if I can open it with one hand. Oh. Warning, always get like a tripod or something when you're doing this. Yeah, it's a little weird because like they don't balance it well. Unfortunately, like you could like the original plastic it came with. As I said before, it came with 2 AV cables instead of 2 controllers. Here's the box. Here's the actual console. Over here you can see it has NES with a small N for some odd reason, Genesis with a small N for some odd reason, and SNES with a small NES, which sort of makes sense. I mean, Genesis, like, What does Sega have to do with an N? Weird. Here's the power button. Here's the switcher for switching between games. I don't believe it can play Japanese games, just so you know. Here's the reset button, which is nifty. I didn't notice these lights before. I don't know if they light up or not. That might have been the reason why they were traded, because I really don't remember if they lit up from when I was there last time when I tested this thing at the actual store. I have to get the actual games to figure out which games went where. Here's the... It's not focusing too well. Yes, this is NES controller here. Here's the SNES controller for you to figure out. Here's Genesis controller. Here's the label, Retron 3, cool logo. Hyperkin for the company. Here's the AV output. On or off? I don't know what this is for. I didn't see before. S-video. DC for the adapter, direct current. I do have some games here before I put them. I'll be right back. So it occurred to me that this may stand for original in Japanese. We shall see, even though I don't really have a Japanese cartridge. Meanwhile, here's the controller, which the owner of the store didn't really recommend for me. Here's Star Select and the Genesis controls. I still haven't used it for like SNES or NES game yet. I don't know if this glows for the... I don't know if that's a glowing thing. There's the label Hyperkin on it, which you can't really see on this video, but I figured to mention it anyway. I don't think there's any shoulder buttons. Here's where the Bluetooth receives. I hear they're really fragile and don't work too well, and normally use normal controllers. That's what's recommended. Also, I originally said that this was a set of 2 cables, where it's actually just one long cable. Last but not least, for demoing purposes, Earthbound. My gosh, my house is dusty. Honestly, it felt pretty good. And the power button even went. Oh, almost forgot to set it to SNES. Very cool. That worked on the first try. I don't know who Ape is. Oh shit, Gygus. I like how one pixelated to like very good quality. That's very good. I wish this controller worked. Switch or something.
Bruce.
Before everyone freaks out over the box. I'll figure this out later. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, really good game. Hell, really good game. Straw.
Sure,
Wow.
box on the other side roll well. I don't think the minty, popful mail. At least the front looks really clear and the casing is really good, and there's some plastic to cover the case. Back of it looks a little bit scratched up, but I think you can blame. Look at the front. Very nice and clean, popful mail. Very good unboxing. Very good find, and good luck to everybody.
Video games with a Halo Xbox with coin operated.
Do you live in this town? Or?
Well, you're a big deal. So tell me a little bit about Life is Strange.